Going to go into the pearl bracelet. I don't even really know what to call this this technique that I did on the pearl bracelet, but it's really fun, and I think it'll work with different gauges and different hole sizes of beads. So I think you guys will really like learning how to do that. So this is basically just a little bangle bracelet with the pearls, the glass pearls that we had in our show. These are available, and also the 24 gauge wire that I'm going to use to put this together is also available. These come in 10 different colors. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I love this one because it reminded me of Casamiga pearls. And I just love the look of this kind of almost braided bezel that comes around it. It starts with some 24 gauge wire. So I'm going to pull myself about 3 feet of a 24 gauge wire, and then I'm going to pull myself a second set of this 24 gauge wire. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so I just have about, I would say, I'm going to go that I've taken about 4 feet of this 24 gauge wire. And so I folded it over, so you can see on this side I'm folded, and on this side I have all my 4 loose ends. So what you're going to do is, I start this just with a very, very simple loop. And it's kind of, I like to do a little bit bigger loop, but not too crazy big. So I'm just coming around my plier. I'm about 3/4 of the way up, my round nose plier. And then I'm going to take 2 of these, and I'm going to wrap them a couple times around kind of the neck, just under that little loop that I made. And, oh, come on, it's like attached together here at the end. Well, let me get it unattached. Oh, the joys of working with wire. There we go, got him off. Okay, so the ones that I wrapped around here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring one to one side and one to the other side. So what I'll have now is kind of a core of wire coming through the center, and then I'll have one wire coming out one side and one wire coming out the other side, if that makes sense to you guys. Pretty simple stuff, nothing fancy, just super, super easy. All right, so I'm gonna pull this first pearl onto those 2 core wires. So these pearls, the neat thing about these glass pearls, or these are shell pearls. These shell pearls is that they will fit 2 pieces of 24 gauge wire through the center. So it's a really nice hole size in that, but not too big. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring these 2 wires over and these 2 wires out. So the 2 that were underneath it, I actually spread out. And the 2 that were behind it, I actually pressed together. And then I'm just gonna kind of squeeze these 2 or pinch these 2 together at the base of the pearl, and then pull this out into a new center core. So the ones that were in the center are now on the outside, and the ones that were on the outside are now on the inside. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so next step, let me think of something. Let me see something here. I think that's right. Okay. I was like, wait a second. I almost forgot how I made my own bracelet. All right, next up, we are going to then pop this next pearl on here. Now these are my 2 new core wires. And so see how I've done this? I've just pressed them up against that piece. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these guys and I'm gonna go out and out. So that kind of captures that pearl. So these are now my outer wires, and then these 2 are gonna come over the top like so, and then capture this little pearl. So see what it's doing is creating almost like a little bezel for that. Yeah. And then now I'm going to grab another pearl, which is going to kind of finish off that bezel. Put this in here like so. Boom. And it takes just a second to get them both into the hole. There we go, on the pearl, and pull that through. This really works well with these shell pearls because, you know, bottom line is regular pearls do not have big enough holes to do stuff like this, but these have the luster and the beauty and the hole size. So now, if you couldn't really see what I was doing, let me turn it up towards the screen here. So these two where the pearl went through, what you're going to do is you're going to take these two wires and you're going to split them. One's going to go one way, one's going to go the other way. And so like they're doing a split. Then the two that you already had on the outside, you're going to actually pull those into the middle. So you're essentially, it's almost like a braid where you're pulling in just 2 by 2 instead of 3 by 3. So I pulled those two into the center, and those now become my 2 core wires. I use my hands just to kind of straighten that up. And you can see they're not tight right now. They're just placed where I've pinched them, but that next pearl is going to hold it in place. And I didn't forget how I made it. I remember how I made it. I just couldn't remember if I went over or under at a certain point. So I think that I'm doing it exactly the way I did it the first time. So yeah, I am. I was looking at the one on my wrist. I was like, is that exactly how I did it? That the key is, as long as you do the same thing over and over again, it's going to look amazing. So open up the little legs right here and then pull the top 2 over into the center. And then give them a squeeze, and you can kind of use the hole of the bead to guide where that little pinch is going to go at the bottom. So what it does is it kind of creates this pretty little bezel on the beads, and I love it. I actually wanted to use a larger gauge. I think you could use this technique with larger gauges. I also feel like you could use it with large hole beads and leather. I haven't tried that yet, but I have a feeling that that is going to look really, really pretty as well. I just haven't gotten a chance to try that. So all right, so that one is now in place. I'm going to open this up like so, and then bring these two guys down like that. So you can see it kind of works up pretty quickly. I'm already to the 5th bead on the bracelet, and I'm actually, there's only 17 in the whole piece, so 17 bracelets in the whole piece. So, and just every once in a while, you're going to want to kind of take a look at the top and make sure everybody's kind of going together the same direction, because you really want that metal to be on the sides of each one of the pearls, not up and down or on them, you know, all over the place. This is actually super, super comfortable, folks, to wear. There's no, I don't know if that was a joke or not, but anyway, they're super comfortable to wear. No rough edges anywhere. And you guys would, you have to believe me about that, because I wouldn't be wearing if there was. I actually can't stand it when jewelry is uncomfortable. So you'll never see me wearing like big heavy earrings. You'll never see me like, you'll see me like if I have jewelry on and it's bothering me, I will take it off during a show. If it's like pulling on my ear or getting in my hair. I love this color pearl, Myra. I just think it's so pretty. It looks so much, when I was actually making this bracelet for the very first time, I was watching Kristen Keach sell Casamiga pearls, and I looked down at these and I was just like, oh my gosh, these look exactly like those. I mean, there's just no way anybody could tell the difference. I mean, you would have to literally, you know how you see pearls and they say, oh, you put them against your teeth, and if they're rough, it's a pearl, and if it's not rough, it's a fake pearl. I don't know if that's true anymore. I know that used to be kind of the way that people would tell if pearls were real or not. Let me see some. Oh, interesting. Yep, these are smooth. These are smooth on your teeth, by the way. Nobody saw that, but I was testing them. All right. Oh, the things we do. All right, so I'm just gonna bring that down. So you can see this is kind of coming together pretty quickly. Very pretty, beautiful, simple, easy to do. And I know you're looking and thinking it's kind of hard, but actually this is like one of the easiest bracelets I've made. It's just a simple technique. If you can start with a loop and then have, you know, 2 going out and 2 for your actual base to string the beads on, and then just very, very simply switch those out every other pearl, I know you can do this. So I just pulled the 2 underneath out, and that held that pearl in place. And then I squeezed the 2 together on top, and that is what made that cute little piece. All right, I've only got 5 pearls left, so I think you guys want to see kind of how I ended it. I know this is the worst when I don't show you how to end it and you're all upset, right? I would be too. It's like, how do you end it? It's so annoying. All right. Okay, so let's pull that down. And then once again, the 2 that go through the pearl. Okay, so I'm through the pearl with these 2 wires. Let me show you one more time so you guys can see. I'm going to open those up. And then the ones that are already open, I'm going to pull them over and down underneath the pearl and then give them a little squeeze. Just like that. And then these 2 that I just squeezed, those become your new center. So I got 4 more to go to make my bracelet. So pop that. I have found that to get this 24 gauge wire through, I don't know if you guys can see, but they're actually splayed just a little bit. One's a little shorter than the other one. If you try to stuff them both through at the same time, sometimes it can be a little bit more difficult. Okay, so that one comes on, and then these 2 guys then go out, and in. And so once you kind of get into a groove with it, it goes really, really fast. I did cut too much wire, so I told you guys about 3 feet, but I think you could probably do it with about 2 feet of each. All right, so let me just, oops, wait, don't do that before you put the legs out. So these 2 have to be opened before you pull the other 2 in. That's what holds that pearl in place. If you don't do the little spreading of those 2 little pieces of wire there, then it won't hold your pearl in place while you do the next one. All right, so next guy on here. I did this last time. I used too much wire too, because it seems like it's going to use a lot of wire, and it ends up not really using that much at all. So that one goes, and then my 2 little pieces kind of spread out to each side, over. Give it a squeeze down at the bottom. Pretty nice, right? I mean, I think it's super luxurious looking. And then next one goes on here. 1, 2. This is my very last pearl. I should have 17 on there if I am correct. Pull that up. All right, now here's how you are going to end this. Okay, so what I did was I opened up these 2 and pulled down these guys like this and gave them their little squeeze. So that's my last one. And then to finish this off, what I did was the 2 that are around the edges, I used those as my little finishing wires. So I started wrapping, just one of them I did around a couple times just to get it finished, okay? Not to actually be done with the piece, but just to finish that off. And then the same thing on the other one, I'm gonna wrap it around. And you want to do it a couple times because you don't want to end up with you know, a little piece of wire sticking out or not quite staying in place. And so a couple times around that will just finish that off right there. You see that's just a little wire knot. And you can take your round nose chain, I mean not your round nose, your chain nose pliers here or a flat nose and just kind of press those 2 little pieces in. And then you're going to use these last 2 wires here to make a loop similarly sized to the other side. So I'm just going to pull that all the way around, about the same size as the other side, and holding on to that, we're just going to create a little knot here with our wire. So both sides are going to look like that on your piece. So if I pull them together, you can actually see both sides look the same. Make sense? Then you clip off this wire and give it a little chomp with your plier. See, I have about, I would say 10 inches left. So let's just say next time you guys, or first time you try this, go ahead and pull out about 2.5 feet instead of 3. That'll save you a little bit of wire. Okay. So now you just want to look at this. I always just, it really looks the same from top and bottom. But I like, this was the side that I was using as the top, and that's where my wire ends end. And so I'm just forming this into a cuff bangle shape. It's quite malleable at this point, so it's really easy to do that. And so this is going to be a little bit obviously small at this point, but what I did to end this, and you could put any clasp on it you want to, it's totally up to you. The reason I used a magnet on this one was just because I knew I was going to be putting it on and off on the air, and I happened to have one of these little magnets, so I did make this little bracelet with those magnetic clasps. So that's what's on this, but really any type of a clasp you want to use. I use my oval jump rings to attach this magnetic clasp, but you could also, you know, attach a hook clasp if you want to. I think those are really easy to use on this style bracelet. Or you could use just a lobster claw with an extender or anything else on the other side. So anyway, I thought they were kind of pretty and fun and easy, and I think it's a really neat technique. So hopefully you guys like that idea. So this one will be my second one, and you can see I actually think I'm about a bead short on this one. Let me look. That might be about the same. I might be one bead short on that one. So this one's going to be for a smaller human than me. So, but I think what I'll probably do with this one is I will add a lobster claw clasp and a little extender on that so that somebody can wear it.